Hey YouTube, this is Ebony Jade, and I just wanted to come on to encourage you. I just want to tell you, don't back out on what God has called you to do. You know exactly whatever it is that He puts on your heart, and you are afraid because of fear, because of doubt, because of what people have said that you are incapable of doing. But if you know deep down within yourself that this is what God is telling you to do, then do it. I suggest that you do it. So many times we get so caught up depending on our own strength, as if we can do everything by ourselves. When originally, who gave you the vision? Who gave you the idea? Who gave you the dream? Who gave you the thought? Who gave you the opportunity? You didn't do it on your own. God opened the door. And you can't be afraid to go through it. We have to go through tests and trials. We have to go through so many things so that we are able to grow and go to the next level. But if we continue to avoid that test, that uncomfortable situation that we have to go through in order to grow, we will never move forward. We will always stay in that same place. Don't become idle, because we all know that the enemy loves an idle mind, somebody who's not doing anything productive, somebody that's too afraid to step out on faith. He loves when we stay in that place. I'm talking about the enemy. But when we focus on God and we depend on God's strength, when we really depend on the Lord to get us through, that's when things happen. That's when things happen. And so I'm just encouraging you today to stop worrying about what people think. Stop worrying about failing. Stop worrying about the things that don't matter. But focus on what is pure, righteous, and holy. Focus on what you have been called to do. I don't know who this is for, but I know I have to remind myself so many times, because I know the Lord is calling me to greater things. And to whom much is given, you already know, much is required. We can't just sit and think that things are going to happen. You have to work. You have to work. You have to continue to work hard and do those things that you have been called to do. Even if it's something just as simple as encouraging somebody or telling somebody about Christ whom you know probably needs to be introduced to Christ, and you feel it in your heart. Don't you know that if you refuse to do those things, who else is going to tell them? Who else is going to share the goodness of God? Their life can be changed through you. God can use you to change lives. And just know this, that whatever purpose and whatever calling that God has on your life, it's not just about you. It's never just about you. It always impacts other people. Well, it should. It always positively impacts other people if you're doing the will of God. So, just be encouraged today, tomorrow. We'll take it one day at a time. If you need a to-do list, get out the to-do list and write down the things that you know you should be doing. And focus on one thing at a time. Just get something accomplished. Just do something. And remember to pray and rely on God for strength. My last thought is this. I know Easter Sunday just recently passed, and I was thinking, what if Jesus told the Lord, I'm just not ready? So many times we tell ourselves, we tell God, we tell other people, I'm just not ready. But God is calling us to greater things. Don't get caught up in that cycle of uncertainty. Yeah, the test may be a little uncomfortable, but that's a good thing because it means you're going through something you've never been through before and you're not really sure as to what's going to happen. But that's when growth happens. That's when seeds are planted and watered. And eventually you will sprout into this beautiful flower, this beautiful person who can do so many things. So use your gifts and talents that God has given you because you have them for a reason. Don't just sit and not do anything with them. And don't continue to have an idle mind. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye, guys.